G6A, resistors, capacitors, inductors, rectifiers, solid-state diodes and transistors, vacuum tubes, batteries. G6A01C. What is the minimum allowable discharge voltage for maximum life of a standard 12-volt lead-acid battery? A. 6 volts. B. 8.5 volts. C. 10.5 volts. D. 12 volts. G6A0 to B. What is an advantage of batteries with low internal resistance? A. Long life. B. High discharge current. C. High voltage. D. Rapid recharge. G6A03B. What is the approximate forward threshold voltage of a germanium diode? A. 0.1 volt. B. 0.3 volts. C. 0.7 volts. D. 1.0 volts. G6A04C. Which of the following is characteristic of an electrolytic capacitor? A. Tight tolerance. B. Much less leakage than any other type. C. High capacitance for a given volume. D. Inexpensive RF capacitor. G6A05C. What is the approximate forward threshold voltage of a silicon junction diode? A. 0.1 volt. B. 0.3 volts. C. 0.7 volts. D. 1.0 volts. G6A06B. Why should wire wound resistors not be used in RF circuits? A. The resistor's tolerance value would not be adequate. B. The resistor's inductance could make circuit performance unpredictable. C. The resistor could overheat. D. The resistor's internal capacitance would detune the circuit. G6A07A. What are the operating points for a bipolar transistor used as a switch? A. Saturation and cutoff. B. The active region between cutoff and saturation. C. Peak and valley current points. D. Enhancement and depletion modes. G6A08D. Which of the following is characteristic of low-voltage ceramic capacitors? A. Tight tolerance. B. High stability. C. High capacitance for given volume. D. Comparatively low cost. G6A09B. Which of the following describes MOSFET construction? A. The gate is formed by a back-bias junction. B. The gate is separated from the channel by a thin insulating layer. C. The source is separated from the drain by a thin insulating layer. D. The source is formed by depositing metal on silicon. G6A10A. Which element of a vacuum tube regulates the flow of electrons between cathode and plate? A. Control grid. B. Suppressor grid. C. Screen grid. D. Trigger electrode. G6A11C. What happens when an inductor is operated above its self-resonant frequency? A. Its reactance increases. B. Harmonics are generated. C. It becomes capacitive. D. Catastrophic failure is likely. G6A12A. What is the primary purpose of a screen grid in a vacuum tube? A. To reduce grid-to-plate capacitance. B. To increase efficiency. C. To increase the control grid resistance. D. To decrease plate resistance.